All right, guys, so we're going to talk about measurement conversion. Okay, so converting from feet to inches or miles to yards or customary to metric. We're going to talk about how to change from one dimension to another. Okay, so measurement conversion. So first thing you can see is this is our star chart. Okay, so you're going to get one of these on the star test, and I'm going to show you the changes that I want you to make to it right when you get your star chart on your DCP. Okay, so this is the format that we're going to use. Okay, so every time they ask you to change from one measurement to another, we are going to create a table. So the top of our table will be our words. So if they're changing from feet to inches, the star chart, the star space will be coming from this information. And then the question will be, what are they asking us to change? So this will be kind of our unknown. This is where X will go as well. Okay, so when you get your star chart, what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and create a table. So you're going to take and you're going to go ahead and actually create that kind of table, and then that way you can kind of see what's going to go in our table. Okay, and like same thing here, obviously this table is a little wonky because the numbers are not, the equal sign's not in the middle, but you guys can see we're dividing that up into pieces of a table. Okay, same thing here, we're dividing it up. Okay, and so on. All right, so that just kind of shows us the pieces that go together. All right, so let's open it up and do some practice. All right, example number 1 says the table is 90 inches long. Which of the following is equivalent to the table's length? So at this point, we've learned that equivalent means equal. So they're asking which of these answer choices is equal to the table. So the table they currently gave us is 90 inches. Okay, 90 inches. And it doesn't tell us in the question what they want us to change it to, but they do tell us the answer choices are all in feet. Okay, so I know that I am changing from inches to feet. Okay, so I'm going to create my table. Remember, the top of my table are my words. My words. So I have feet and inches. So when you look at your star chart, okay, so when you look at your star chart, you're going to notice that you want to go in the same order. So I'm going to look through my star chart and I'm going to find feet and inches. Okay, there's feet and inches. Notice that foot is the same as feet. Guys, foot and feet are the same thing. So 1 foot is 12 inches. Feet are on the left, inches are on the right. Remember, order matters. So in our table, we're going to put feet on the left and inches on the right. Okay? And then the next part of our table comes straight from the star chart, and we read 1 foot equals 12 inches. Again, that came straight from the star chart. 1 foot, 12 inches. In that order, order matters. And then we have to read our question. Our question said 90 inches. Okay? So is 90 going to go in the feet? No, it's going to go in the inches. And this was my question, which means what's missing? Feet. And now I have a proportion. I'm literally just going to solve just like we've been doing for the last few weeks. I'm going to cross multiply 1 times 90, and I'm going to get 90, and I'm going to divide by 12. Okay, so I stack them. I don't have any zeros, but I can label. So I'm going to label my cowboy as a 90. Okay, and then I'm going to come over here and divide. So I'm going to put 90 in the house. I'm going to put 12 outside. Boots, hat, set the table. So my 12s are 12, 24, 36, 48, 60. So does 12 go into 9? No, but it goes into 90. I have to keep going on my 12s. 72, 84, 96. So 90 is going to be right here at the 84. So that is 7 times. 7 times 12 is 84. I subtract and get 0. I mean 6. I'm sorry, 6. I bring down my 0. And 12 goes into 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So then I have 5 after the decimal. 60 minus 60 is 0. So my answer should be B, 7.5 feet. Okay. So again, this problem did not give me, it gave me the inches, but it didn't tell me what it wanted me to change it to, so I had to look at my answer choices. Y'all, this is called a direct conversion. And a direct conversion is when your two things are side by side on your chart. So we had feet and we had inches. So they were side by side on our chart. All right. All right, our next one says, if an ice chest will hold 32 cups, how many gallons will it hold? Okay, so they gave me one single number, and they told me they wanted to turn it into gallons. Okay, so they gave me a single number, and they want me to turn it into gallons. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is create my table. Okay, create my table. So my table is got 3 sections. The top is going to be my words. So I have cups and gallons. Well, I have to look at my chart and see which one is on the left and which one is on the right. So here's gallons. It's the only place that says gallons. And then I have cups down here, but I also have cups on the right, which means that gallons has to be on the left and cups has to be on the right, okay? Because there's only gallons on the left, okay? This is called an indirect conversion. And the reason it's called indirect is because they're not side by side like in our problem up here. Feet and inches were side by side on our star chart. In this case, our gallons are up here and our cups are way, way down here. So what we have to do is we have to multiply up on the star chart. Okay, so we're gonna multiply up on the star chart. So I'm gonna box what I need. Okay, so I need to go from 1 gallon to 2 cups. Well, cups is down here, so I'm literally going to need all of this to get up to gallons. So I'm going to multiply up. So 2 times 2 times 4. 2, 2, 4. So 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So this will be 16 cups for 1 gallon. So pulling information from my star chart, again, indirect conversion, I multiplied up. I had 1 gallon and 16 cups. Okay, so I got that by multiplying all these together. 2 times 2 times 4. And then my question was 32 cups. So 32 goes under cups, and I am missing gallons. From there, I'm just going to cross multiply. So 32 times 1 is 32. And I'm going to divide by 16. Okay, my cowboy is 32. 16 is my horse. He stays outside. Boots and hats at the table. So I have 16, 32. So 16 doesn't go into 3, but it goes into 32 2 times. 2 times. 2 times 16 is exactly 32. And so my answer will be 2 gallons. Okay. And that is how we solve example number 2. All right, let's flip it over. Example number 3 is a little different. And the reason it's different is they are asking us to change from one measurement to another. But now we don't need our star chart because they gave us the conversion. They gave us the information. Okay, so it says 1 ounce is 28.3 grams. 1 ounce is 28.3 grams. So we learned when the numbers are together, we can create, when those go together in the fraction. So we have ounces and grams. Okay, I'm going in order because I don't have a star chart to look at. And then I'm going to say, okay, the question gave me 1 ounce is 28.3 grams. They go together because they're in the sentence together. And then my question, the number by itself, was 3.5 ounces. So my question was 3.5, what? 3.5 ounces. So it goes under ounces. I'm looking for how many grams. So I'm going to cross multiply. And then divide by 1. So in this case, 28.3 times 3.5. So I know immediately my answer will have 2 decimal places. So I'm going to circle using my turtle head. Okay, 5 times 3 is 15. 40 plus 1. 10 plus 4. Get rid of my 5, lay an egg, and get rid of my carries. Now I have 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. I add those together, and I get 9,905. But remember, I had 2 numbers behind my decimals. So I have to take that decimal from the back, and I'm going to hop once, hop twice. So how many grams? It is 99.05 grams. Okay. And our last example says Harry's height is 3 meters, 20 millimeters. How tall is Harry in millimeters? Okay, so first we're going to highlight what we know. All right, and they want us to turn it all into millimeters, I'm sorry. So this part is already millimeters, but what we have to do is change the 3. So we're going to go from meters to millimeters. Okay, those are our words. And then we have to look at our star chart. Well, on our star chart, we have millimeters here, and we have meters here. So again, this is an indirect conversion because they're not side by side, and we're going to have to multiply up. Okay, so I'm going to box where I'm trying to get, and I'm going to box everything on this side up to that point. Okay, so I'm going to multiply up. So I'm going to multiply 10 and 100. So 10 times 100 equals 1,000. So this will be 1,000 millimeters. Okay, so I can fill that in. I had 1 meter and 1,000 millimeters. Okay, and then my question, remember, I'm trying to change the 3. So 3 meters is how many millimeters? And remember, we already have the 20, so we're actually just going to bring that down and we're going to add it when we're done. Okay, so cross multiply. 3 times 1,000 is 3,000, and divide by 1 is still just 3,000. So then we take our 3,000 and we add our 20 that we already had in millimeters, and we get 3,020 millimeters. All right. So those are all the types of measurement conversion, guys.